To this next assignment in computer art, we are going to be working on a Cubist car image. So what we're looking at here is an image of a Ferrari that I grabbed online and went ahead and made it into a Cubist style image by using my selection tools, the poly lasso, and playing around with different layer styles that we can apply to different shapes in Photoshop. So updating this lesson from a previous version, what we're going to do is I'm going to close out of that and go over to Google Chrome where I already have an image selected that I'm going to use for this one. So I'm going to use this Ford Mustang. I'll copy that image and then go back to Photoshop CC, and where I'm going to go File New, and the pasteboard will already remember the size of this image. So if we want, we can title it here, Cubist Car. Oops, forgot a letter there. Alright, ready to go. So now all I have to do is paste this in. Okay, I'm not sure what that message was, but I don't think it mattered too much. Alright, so I have layer 1 here, and that is where my car image is. So I want to take the poly lasso. I'll zoom in a little bit here so that I have this a little bigger. I'm going to take this poly lasso and go ahead and make a triangular selection. This is going to go over part of the car there, and then what I'm going to do is take my transform tool, my moving tool, and go ahead and just kind of skew or change part of this actually. And what you'll see happens is that when I do that, you actually get this white slice here, which is not what we want to have happen. So I'm undoing that. What we need to do is go ahead, take this selection, copy, and then paste it. Okay, so we need to go to Edit. Actually here, I think we're transforming, so I need to actually maybe make that selection again. No, I said don't apply. Okay, so now I should be able to copy and paste that, and now you can see layer 2 has appeared. So I have 2 layers and one with this kind of little slice of the car image on it. So I'm going to make that a little bigger so it doesn't quite line up, and then click over my move tool and say apply. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process several times. I think we should do this at least 10 times or so. You can keep making kind of triangular shapes. Okay, so what that said is the area was empty because I didn't realize that I was still on layer 2. So I need to click back to layer 1 and then go ahead and copy and paste again. So you see now we have more layers. So now if I go back to my move tool, I have this selected and I'm just kind of changing it, the position of it, so it's not quite lined up, and kind of break apart this image. Okay, apply. I'll do a couple bit more here. Make sure I click back to my layer 1. Again, kind of going to make, as long as you're making geometric shapes, you really can't go wrong. I'm going to make this one kind of more of a parallelogram, and then I'm going to make sure I'm on layer 1, copy and paste, and now I will take my move tool. Quick key that you can press to get to that is V, and there we go. So kind of going to take this one, maybe move it off the side a little bit here, kind of like that. I think that works. I'll say yes to apply the transformation, and I'll keep going. I'll do another, maybe another 2 more here. Like I said, I want you as a class to shoot for 10. All right, again, going to copy, oops, my layer 1, copy and paste. Then I'm going to take that image and kind of slightly slide it. Sorry, I had a fly on my computer there. A little weird. Alright, so let's make one more selection. Maybe down in front here, going over that front part of the car. Make sure I'm on my layer 1, copy and paste. Go ahead and kind of pull or change the positioning of this image, so kind of doubling up that light there. I think that's kind of a cool look. Okay, so like I said, I've done 5. I'd like you to shoot for 10. And now what we're going to go back and do is change some of the layer styles and coloring of the parts of the car. And now layer styles are right here in our layers panel. Right now they're set to normal, but we have different options. Dissolve, you can see what that did to the edges. Darken, kind of made it see-through almost. That's kind of neat. And just play around with these different layer styles and see, what different effects you can get. I like that multiply effect. And I can go down color burn, see what that does. Linear burn. Some of these are a little too dark. so I'm not going to use them. The lighten one, I like that. So maybe I'll stick with that on there. Screen, you know, another kind of cool one there. And just changing some of these layer styles so that you get an interesting look going on with all your different selections. Overlay could be an interesting one. All right, so I made each one of those different, and now you know, I get a little more variety to kind of the broken up shapes of my car. Kind of shows a little more of a dynamic image. You know, gives it a sense of it's really kind of moving. So again, experiment with those different layer styles. And another thing that I've noticed too in this new version of Photoshop CC is that there's an option here to auto select. You want to make sure you have that box and the show transform controls boxes both checked while you're doing this assignment. Going to make life a lot easier. Auto select allows you, when you have your move tool, to auto select these items, and then transform controls are these moving boxes. So both really important to kind of accomplishing this project, and I hope you have lots of luck and have some fun with it.